going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and today we have our round 5 review, and it just seems to be getting worse and worse every week. Team struggling. No McRae as captain's really starting to hurt. Just had a really poor week, and the captaincy kind of screwed me with Tuke Miller 107 and everyone else with McRae's 150. A couple of crappy players, and obviously no Cripps. Not that that's a big deal, because most people will have Cripps on the bench, I would think. But anyway, let's get into the team. We're making moves again this week, and I'm actually happy with how the team looks after my trades. So obviously I'm trading. Bringing Doherty in this week hurt, only 86, and I traded Bowie for him, who scored 86, so that hurts. Tommy Stewart was really good, 129. Nice to see he's still got that ceiling. Crisp 114, really good. Happy with what he's producing. Back to the 104 average, so probably averages around 105 for the year. Jaden Short, someone to be a little bit worried about. Now, I didn't watch this game. If anyone could let me know why he scored so poorly, it would be interesting. I know he had like 17 kicks. His efficiency wasn't too bad. Did he lose kick into Boston? Because that could hurt him. I'm not too sure about how that's all going to work out. Hopefully he doesn't lose too many kick-ins though, because that will be a problem. Because Boston had a really good score. Hewitt 111, thought he was actually underdone, played really well. He's an absolute jet. I'm so happy Carlton have him, and I'm so happy I have him in my SuperCoach. Nathan O'Driscoll, got a lot of faith in this kid. He's really good. And from the first game when I saw him play as a sub, when he scored 30, everyone was like, oh, he scored 30, but not many people realized he was actually the sub that game. Came on and kicked the goal from the boundary line. Like, he's a jet. And obviously the diehard SuperCoaches know he was the sub and whatnot, but to the average SuperCoach, I feel like you don't really, you probably don't realize that average is a little bit out of whack. Paddy McCartan 68, whatever. What's his break even? 29. So he's not a dead rookie, but he's pretty close. No, he's not a dead rookie. He's made a bit of money. How much has he made? Yeah, 100k. Might be about all he makes though, and I don't think he can average, get up into the 80s. Sam de Koning, well, he's a bit of a slow burn. -1 break even, made 65k. Yeah, anyway, let's get into the good stuff, the midfield. So, Jack Steele 131. Anyone that doubted him, big mistake. Big mistake. And then Lachie Neale 117. So, copped a tag. I think they played. No, didn't cop a tag. Did he cop a tag? I don't know. I actually can't remember. I'm getting my weeks mixed up now. I think I don't know. I genuinely don't know if he got tagged or not. Anyway, Tuke Miller captain kind of hurt, and this is where it's hurting not having McRae, just for that guaranteed captaincy. Plays out this week, probably goes huge against them over at Mars. Anyway, whatever. Tuke Miller, I'm not really sure what's wrong with him. Actually, no, he's not tackling, and I don't know why. If he adds his tackles back to his game, he's averaging 140 with ease. So yeah, hopefully he gets back to tackling, and hopefully they sort of make it a statement about it this week at training or whatnot at Gold Coast, but who knows? He should go back to tackling. Like, I don't know what to go with him. Lipinski 96. So lucky for him, he's got forward status, so he will be moving on to my forward line. Otherwise, I would have traded him this week. But yeah, doing enough. Really low time on ground. I don't know why, and he's not getting that many CBAs anymore either, which is a bit frustrating. But still top 6 forward. I think he's number 6 or number 5. So we will take him. Will Brody, now he's been unbelievable for the price we paid for him. Obviously, it was like 220 or something. Absolute jet. So happy to have him. Matt Rowell, so you are gone, sir. No outside game whatsoever. They're saying Stewart Dew came out and said teams are putting time into him. I don't think that's the case. I think he's just out of form. And I think, he's a jet, but I think he struggles with just finding. I don't know. It's hard to say with Rao, because he's not playing as bad as what it looks like he is on SuperCoach. But yeah, he's gone anyway. I think I just can't put it up with it any longer. Yeah. So anyway, we'll talk about Dacos and Horn Francis. So Dacos 71, yep, fine, pass. Horn Francis 39, you are gone, sir. Simple as that. I'm done with him. What's his break even? 51. So the reason I'm getting rid of Horn Francis is because there's a guy that is, I don't think many people are talking about him. No, they're not. He's on the top 5 traded in. He is someone I reckon is going to be a top 3 mid from here on out. So make sure you stay through to the end of the video. Patrick Cripps on the bench. Stevens, McDonald still sucks. Grundy 53. He's one I would consider trading, and I assume people are trading him. Yeah, so 6,900 people. But I will not be doing that. As tempting as it is, I will not be doing it. Even if Bruce is named as a sole ruck, I don't think I can do it. Reason being is look at his next 3 games. So he scored a 153 against Essendon last time he played him. Scored a 144 last time at Gold Coast and a 140 against Richmond. That's some vice captain numbers, and I think he can do it. This was a really bad week for Grundy. And it's probably going to be a slap in the face week where he really has to bounce back. I'm sure within the club, I don't know, but I'm sure they'll be, raising some concern about his whole contract and how much he's getting paid for how much he's actually producing. That's an interesting topic we could talk about. But yeah, Brodie Grundy, I think, just have to hold him. No point trading him out for 50k. That being said, anyone that says that someone's a lock at the start of the year, it's just BS. Unless their name's Jack McRae, just BS. No one's a lock. Joe Witt's 88, whatever. He's doing enough, I guess. Break even of 38. Yeah, he stays for a while. Jack Hay is really good, so we're going to swing him down to the forward line. And Dixon didn't get the role I thought he was going to get. I thought he was going to get sole ruck, and he didn't. So whatever. All right, so remember the forward line. Dunkley 100. Yeah, really good. Just so consistent tons for Dunkley. Don't think he has a massive ceiling like he used to, but still really consistent and solid. Butters back to his best 130. He looked really good against Carlton. Cogs 96, didn't catch that game. Cherry was really good. Nick Martin, solid. And obviously Jack Hayes was unreal, but on my bench. Durden was very average, and Roses was good again. So I assume most people will be trading in Roses if you don't have him. Break even of -71, he makes 51k if he scores what? 43 next week. So yeah, gonna make a lot of money, I think, Malcolm Roses. And he didn't even kick a goal. I actually rate him really highly. I reckon he's a gun. So that's why I went a week early on him. Saw him against Carlton and thought, yeah, he's a gun. All right, now the fun stuff. Let's talk about trades. So first things first, we're going to get rid of Matt Rowell, and we're going to go early on Ben Hobbs, which I know is a bit of a question mark. I went early on Roses last week. It worked out. Let's hope it works out this week. Only got a 65, which isn't amazing, but I think they like him. I think he's got decent job security. I hope he does. If anyone knows any more, any Essendon supporters or whatever, let me know, because obviously I will trade him back out if he doesn't have that job security. So we're going to bring Cripps back on, and theoretically this is if he's going to play. I'm confident he will play, judging from what they've all said. Just for structure, we're going to swing Cogs into the mid. Just want to have a look into the forward line just to see how it looks. Yep. I like that. So now we've got Cogs and Brodie on the floor. Yeah. All right, so Horn Francis, you are gone, sir. Now, if I could afford McRae, I probably would get him, but I'm not willing to waste 3 trades on one Jack McRae. And I know a lot of people will say, yes, you should. But for me, I'm not doing it. So there's a few options we can go with. So Tom Green is a good one. 125 average, which is absurd. He definitely could be top 8. The only question mark is, can he maintain it all year? I think he can, but I don't want to take the risk. As dumb as that sounds, yeah. Christian Petrarca is another one I would really like to have in my team. Apparently he goes really big against his next few opponents. So 133, 125, 127, on a 92. Yeah, so I think Petrarca's definitely one to consider. For me, it will hopefully be next week. The thing is, who do I swap him for? But what I'm going to do, guys, is I reckon the pig's got his roll back. It's Tom Mitchell. He's had a role change. He's not on the half-forward flank anymore. And I think people are seriously sleeping on this guy. We know what he's capable of. If you guys want me to remind you, I know you can't see because of the camera, but he scored. This is his run home last year. So after the bye, 134, 114, 118, 110, 131, 171, 111, 132, 150, 117, 127. These are the scores I want in my side. And for 560k, he might be as cheap as you can possibly get. I think he's got his roll back. And I think he's ready to pump out a 130 average from here on out. And I think anyone that's sleeping on him is taking a really big risk, because for that price and the upside that's there, it's almost too good to resist. And it seems pretty clear that he does have that rollback. His second half last week was unbelievable. I can't remember the numbers exactly, but he just completely pigged it up like the Tom Mitchell of old. So I still think he's got plenty of good footy left in him. I know he's getting a bit older, But nah, I reckon Tom Mitchell's back, baby. So that's how the team looks now. So we'll go optimize, see what everyone's thinking. So it's saying to Vice. I don't know if the Giants... So we'll talk about Vice captain real quick. Obviously, McRae's got to be an option if you guys have him. I don't know if the Giants tag Steele. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's an interesting one because... I don't think they do. They didn't tag last week, I don't think, against Petrarca and Oliver. Probably because there was 2 of them. Maybe there's only 1 Steele. Yeah, they might tag Steele. Who knows? I'll probably still will go Jack Steele into Lachie Neale. Lachie Neale plays Gold Coast. I don't think Gold Coast will tag. Maybe Nick Holman. I don't know. Neale seems to be able to shake a tag anyway. 137 average. Dude's unreal. Might even go Cripper. No, never again. Never again. Maybe a vice captain, but never a straight C again. I don't trust his body and PTSD from when I captained him last week. So that's what really cooked my rankings. But the team actually looks really good. I'm really happy with it. The only weak link on field is really O'Driscoll, and he's not even that weak. So by rights, this team should score well this week. We've got rid of some deadwood in Matt Rao and Jason Horn-Francis. I don't think those two come good, to be honest. I mean, they could, obviously, but I just don't see it happening. So the people that are trading in are Braden Pruce. So the thing is, Flynn played really well last week, so I don't see him getting dropped. So that means Pruce is probably going to come back as a forward, maybe. That being said, he does have a break even minus 93, so maybe we do have to get rid of Grundy if he comes back. That's tough. That's really tough because that could be a boost. Pruce to Grundy to Pruce, or we just play it safe and go like a Dixon to Pruce. But yeah, Dixon's break even not minus 25. That's a tough one. Maybe it is Grundy. Break even 150. Could always get him back later, I guess. And that would let us go Nick Dacos to Jack McRae next week. Like, literally. That would be crazy. The forward line I don't think I need to touch, to be honest, for a while. Oh, maybe Jack Hayes, we'll see, depending on when Ryder comes back. They should just flick Ryder and just let friggin' Hayes play. He's gonna make 50k this week, bloody hell. It's gotta be like a him to English. English is what I really want. I think I'm gonna have to pay over 600k for him though, to be honest. Decisions. I don't know. Let me know what you guys have to say and what you guys are doing. It's a tough week for SuperCoach, but yeah, I really like Tom Mitchell. I reckon he's going to be a gun for the rest of the season. And yeah, get him in. Trust me, guys, get him in.